Identifying.
The king of cakes. Chopper for the win.
G'day guys, welcome back to CakesByChoppA. Today we finally have the Minion for you. You guys have requested this so much on every video, so here you go. I hope you like it. You're going to start off by printing out your Minion template that's from the CakesByChoppA Facebook page. Then you're going to cut out the body shape and ignore his hands and his legs because this is only a guide for you really. Then you're going to stack all your cakes on top of each other, taper them down, so you want to create this like tablet pill shape, so like an ovally sort of tic-tac even, and you can achieve that by carving off the sides and the front and the back, and then go around the bottom and just cut in a little bit. It doesn't have to like fully go around because as you'll see the cake, you can sort of mask it with the frosting. And what I've filled this cake with is a ganache that has been whipped, so it's a whipped ganache. It's very light. I recommend you try it. It's really nice. Just give it a crumb coat and then roll out your pre-colored fondant. Place it over the top, smooth it down from the top in a downward motion, being careful not to tear it, then cut away all the excess. Now using a sharp knife, or as I've got here, a sculpting tool, cut away the bottom and then gently tuck it underneath the cake, and that gives you a nice clean finished edge. Now with the template you want to cut out his jeans or his overalls and then roll out your blue fondant using a brand new scourer or texture mat. Give it some texture over the top, place it on, cut off the excess, patting it down gently because you don't want to ruin that texture, and then finish off the edges. Use some water to glue it down and tuck it underneath. Then you're going to roll out some more blue and do the straps. Same thing, texture it, trim it off, and then apply it with the water. Don't forget to do both sides. Then with the back of your tool, or you can use an impression tool, go in and mark in his pockets and some little lines where the material pulls, and also the creasing where it's sewn together. Now don't forget to cut out the semicircle for his pocket, and then using either a skewer or a tool that's spiky, go around and put in the sewing marks. This is just helping create the material effect. Okay, for his eye, I found a plastic cup was the perfect size, and I popped that on top of his face to mark out where I needed it, and then put the white fondant down, and then line it with some yellow fondant to give him some eyelids. Now with the eyeball, I used a brown gel food dye and then also the black. Did the brown circle, fill in the black dot, and then trace around and use the excess to put the lines in, and finish it off with a little ball of fondant to make that eye come to life. Now placing a semicircle on where his mouth would be, then color the middle in black, leaving space for his tongue and his teeth. Then I gently lined that, being careful not to smudge it, and once that's done, just color his tongue in red, which unfortunately I didn't film. Then you're going to paint a little diamond on his pocket and then round that off. Take the line in to make the G and then paint on some buttons. Now that we've given the overalls a chance to firm up, you're going to use a fluffy brush and some watered down food dye to rub over the top and give it that extra textured look, and darken up where the creases would be. That just brings these overalls to life. Now placing some baking paper around a cylinder object, you're going to roll out some of your black fondant, and then you're going to trim off the top because you're going to make this little shallow cylinder that's going to be his goggle. Coat that with a silver shimmer dust and then pop it in the freezer. Now while you're waiting for that, just roll out some little spikes for his hair. Then you can trim this long piece that's got a line down the middle, chop that in half, which will be the sides of his goggle or the strap. Then you can take the goggle out, place it on his head, and create these little latch beads for the side of his straps. Next step is to measure out 6 pieces. 4 will be the same size, for 2 for his hands, 2 for his feet, and 2 for the borders around his gloves. And then you're going to just make his hands. They seem to have 3 fingers, so I just did the little ball and then put 2 slits in the side. And for the shoes, I did ovals with a little square piece on top. Very easy way to create shoes. Place the feet at the bottom and use some water to attach the hands. Then you're going to get some of the yellow that was the excess. Do the little parts from his shoulder to his wrist, gluing them on with water. Be careful not to put too much on so it doesn't slide. You want it to just adhere on. Place on the little wristbands, and then some tiny little squares at the bottom to make him look like he's laying down and his feet are on the ground. Now poke in the hair at the top, and there you go. You've got your Minion cake. I hope you guys like it. I tried to keep it different and my version of. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below. And after you finish this video, check out some of my other cakes. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week.